Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you have been following me on Instagram, you know that I recently went on a little beach vacation and I took my baby. It was her first time at the beach. There's a lot of firsts. She loved the water. It was her first time seeing a sunset. She just loved it. She was the epitome of a beach bum. She could have been out there all day, basically. So that's why I look so much, I look a lot tanner. Very tanned. I do get very dark when I'm out in the sun. I don't usually burn, so I just start to get darker and darker and darker. So I'm officially the darkest member of my family right now. My husband doesn't tan, he actually burns, so here we are. Now, that was a very long intro that you didn't ask for, so let's get to why we're here. So I have been trying to film this video. So this is gonna be, it's not like a real unboxing because I did get this for Christmas. This is my husband's Christmas present to me, and we did get this on special. He had purchased it during the Black Friday event, so it was 20% off, and it came with the brush and comb duo, and it came with like this little clutch. So the reason why I wanted to film this was I just kind of wanted to show you how it all came packaged, even though I've already opened it and used it. The reason why I did that was because I had given birth in December, so the 20th of December, so 5 days before Christmas. So there was gonna be no way that I was going to be able to do a true unboxing of this, because I had to start using this as soon as possible, because I needed to figure out whether I thought it was worth it and I was going to keep it or return it, because there was that, you have a 30-day window to return it if you don't like it. Is it 30 or 60 days? I don't know, one of those two. So there is a time frame to return this, and even though it was purchased during Black Friday, it was back ordered, so this wasn't actually shipped out until mid-December. So it did take quite some time to get to us, specifically this new color, which was the Parisian blue. And so I kind of took it out and I've tried it, and obviously I've decided to keep it because it's still here and I'm doing this video. And I wanted to compare this to my GHD straightener, which you guys know I love. And I just kind of wanted to give you my overall opinions and give you a view of what this, show you how this works and help you decide whether or not you think that this is worth investing in. So let's go ahead and get started with this unboxing. I do have my coffee. This is my second cup of the day because I'm a parent now, so I'm gonna need a lot of caffeine. All right, so it comes in this box and it opens like so, and then on the inside, let me flip this over, it's like perfectly packaged. Like they really took advantage of all the space in this box. There's literally no space in here left over. There's no like blank space. So they did put a lot of thought into their packaging. It's like a Tetris game. So the first thing here that I'm gonna take out of the box, this is the little sleeve. It is heat resistant, so you can lay the flat iron on it. And it serves as a little clutch as well. And so this flap in here, let me show you. this flap in here, that's where you put the flat iron, and then you just like tie this together. It is like a little silk like ribbon. And then on the inside, this flap in here, you have these instructions on how to make this safe for travel when you're on an airplane and you're taking this as a carry-on. So that is attached in there so that you don't, forget. And so these, you have 2 strings, and then you kind of just wrap this around when the flat iron is in here. And I use that mat, I use this as a travel, but I also use it to lay my flat iron on it as well, which is great. I like that you don't have to carry a separate item, And then once you lift that out, on the bottom, you have this box that brings the comb and the hairbrush. So let's go ahead and take that out. By the way, the box is heavy. In case you guys were wondering why I'm slightly struggling, that is why. So you have this box, just cardboard, and then on the inside, when you pull it out, you have the hair comb on one side, the hairbrush on one side, and the comb on the other. This is a wide tooth comb. Now, all of the accessories in this box are that Parisian blue, so it all matches, it's all cohesive. And so let me show you. So this is the hairbrush. Now this bundle of getting the hairbrush and the comb, this special was only offered with Dyson. Like if you purchase this flat iron through Dyson. If you bought yours through Sephora or Ulta or Best Buy, you couldn't get the comb. And I think QVC had some of them with the wide tooth comb, but it didn't match the flat iron, so it would just be the standard tooth comb. So let me just show you. The comb is black and it says Dyson here, and then you have the same coppery gold feature on the tip here is the same gold accent as the flat iron. So now let's pull this sucker out. And let me put my box down because that's heavy. So here you get the flat iron, and when you open it up, the flat iron is already inside its protective case. So I like this bundle because you have options. So if you are limited on space, oh, this doesn't want to come out now. It's just wonderful. I'm gonna have to rip this box like a savage, aren't I? If you're limited on space and you don't want to use this protective base box, you can actually just store it in its little envelope pouch. So I like that. I know that, a lot of you who watch live in different countries, or you live in a small apartment, and space is important. I myself have a small bathroom, and so space is limited, so I feel your pain. All right, so this is the base. It is very sturdy. It is, again, that Parisian blue. It does have Dyson etched on the case here, and then the bottom is rounded with these black accents. It's like this beautiful soft suede, and you have that same accent here on the top. So when you lift the top, I just want to show you width-wise, it's thin if you wanted to know, like, you know what I'm trying to say. Okay, now on the top you have this slit up here, and it just gives you some getting ready to fly instructions. Again, this is very important. So you're gonna see these instructions and like all throughout this entire box. So it's just giving you very clear instructions on how to remove that battery in case you're flying. All right, and then on the inside is the flat iron. And it has this little thumb hole at the top here. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up. You see that right there? And that is because obviously this lifts out. Now, this thing isn't attached in here. I'm actually just holding it with my hand, but. So here's the top piece. And then this is a flat iron. Let me just give you a nice close-up. So it's that beautiful Parisian blue. And then you have to unlock it so that it opens. And then here is the battery that you have to take out and flip over when you're flying and you're taking this on your carry-on. The bottom is where you charge it. And so this came very nicely packaged, but like I said I had already opened this box, but this is where the cord would go. And then on the bottom you have the instructions on how to turn it off and on, and how to lock it and set the temperature. And then you take this out and it actually opens up like so. And then you have your base and the little neck of the base where the flat iron's gonna sit, all individually packaged in a plastic bag. And then you have all this space down here where you can store the cord if you want to, or if you want to put it away every time you use it, that's fine, but you have options. All right, let me put, and just so that you are aware, this box, the way that the bottom is designed is so there's like you see that extra piece of black? Okay, that's because this bottom fits perfectly on here like a coaster. Like a coaster, okay? Yeah. So they really did pay attention to detail. I gotta give it to them. I'm not gonna lie. Real fancy. I mean, for like almost $500, it better be like, you know, luxury to the max. So the cord has a QR code here where you can like register the device, which I've already registered mine with Dyson, for your warranty and all that jazz. And then this is a part that hooks up to the bottom of the flat iron, and it is magnetic. So in case you need to use this with the cord. It is a wireless flat iron, but we'll get to that in a minute. I just want to show you really quick. I have the power adapter. This cord is very long, so it's gonna take you places, all right? I will let you know on the bottom of the screen how long that cord is. I'm just gonna let you know. It's a good size. Then here is the charging stand. Your flat iron will go here, and then this is where the neck goes. So let's go ahead and put that together. Very user-friendly, by the way, in case you guys were wondering. So you just pop this down, and then that's it. And then you stand it up, and this is where you would charge your flat iron. So you would just put the Corrale on here on the cradle, and then let me show you. Let me get the cord out of here. Did I put it in there? What did I do with the cord? Oh, here it is. So you would hook this up to the wall, and then this piece that can attach to the flat iron actually attaches back here, and it's also magnetic. It does swivel. It's a swivel cord, in case you guys were wondering. It swivels on the flat iron as well, which is really convenient. So you can either leave this out on your vanity. I have been storing it in my room, but I'm actually gonna move this device next to my computer. I just gotta move some stuff around, but I needed to film this video before I started to deal with that madness. So now that you've seen all of the items on here, before we get started, I do want to talk about a couple of things that come in this bundle. So the hairbrush and the wide tooth comb. So I love wide tooth combs, and I have one in my bathroom that I use to detangle my hair every single time I wash my hair. This one is really nice, but the bristles on this are soft, so you do have to use a firm grip when using this comb if you're using it with wet hair. If the purpose of using the wide tooth comb is to comb out curls that you've done with your flat iron, then you don't need to, you know, have such a tight grip. It actually just glides really nicely through the hair. The hairbrush. So the hairbrush is really cute because obviously everything is cohesive, everything matches, everything is the same color, and I mean aesthetically 100% amazing. But this brush, let me just tell you, if I would have purchased the, I mean, I'm keeping it because it was free with the bundle, but I'm not a fan of this hairbrush because it gives me static. You guys know those combs. Like, if those of you who know what I'm talking about, leave me a comment down below. This comb, I thought it was, because it was new, it was giving me static when I would brush out my hair. And I thought, maybe once I start using like dry shampoo and or texturizing spray, like that will go away. It did go away a little bit, but it's still there. And it's very present when I'm using it to flat iron my hair. So this is my natural hair. It's, you know, curly. And so I have to use a comb as I am flat ironing my hair so that it keeps, it spreads my hair apart and I can get the job done faster and have a little bit more control and not burn my fingers. Mainly not to burn my fingers. So I've always used a comb to do my hair. Also to detangle each piece as I go. So not a fan of the hairbrush. So if you purchase this flat iron and you don't get the hair comb, don't be heartbroken. It's not that great. I feel like they can really improve on this. But one thing I did like about the hair comb, besides the fact that it matches, this hairbrush, the handle is weighty. So I really like that because it balances, it feels better on the hand when you are combing your hair and you have long hair and you have the flat iron and you're using more than one hair tool. That heavier handle, I don't know what the science is, you know, behind it, but it works. I do prefer it better than a lighter brush. It feels better on the hand. You have better control. I don't know. It feels balanced in a very weird way. So now we got that out of the way. Let's talk about the little envelope case. So this envelope case, you just open it up and then it is the same color. This is literally the same color as a flat iron, but I wanted to point something out. The outside is black, but the inside is the same color, same Parisian blue. Isn't that cool? Very, very cool. All right, so you just slide the flat iron in here, like so. And there it is inside. Put the flap over, And then you can close this a couple of different ways. So you can actually get both of the ribbons, pull it around once, and then when you get to the back, you tuck it in like this, and you just pull to tighten it. So you can do it like that. Or you can literally tie this like you would shoelaces. So you split the ribbons apart, okay? Flap them over on each side, and then tie it up on the bottom in a pretty little knot and bow, if that's how you want to use it. Now, because this is soft, this is not going to provide any kind of protection for your flat iron. It is not a hard case, so keep that in mind. Be careful when traveling with this. Okay, so we're going to put that back on here so that I don't have a giant mess. And then I want to go ahead and really quick show you what I'm going to be comparing to this flat iron. So the GHD is significantly less money than the Dyson Corrale. And like you can, the GHD gives you a lot more options. They have a lot of different colors that they come out with throughout the year, different cases or whatnot. I actually have 2 GHD flat irons because I'm not well. Nobody needs that many flat irons, truly. But I'll tell you what happened. My Chi that I had for 15 plus years took its last breath, and it served its purpose. My hat's off to Chi. But when I started doing research and I needed a new flat iron, the Chi's quality had tanked. I was reading the reviews, they weren't that well. The flat irons weren't lasting, they were malfunctioning. So I was like, I'm not gonna deal with that hot mess. So I decided to go with the GHD, and I got it on sale. I think I got it 20% off. And so the red one was the first one I purchased, and it came in this little clutch heat resistant thing, which is absolutely marvelous to travel in with. I'm sorry. And it is magnetic, so it's got like these 3 magnets on the inside that you can't see, but you see them right there. You see them etched out, and then you just roll it up and you just put this in your suitcase. Now obviously this is not cordless, which is why it's significantly cheaper. And I do have to travel with a heat resistant mat, which I got at Target, at, you know, in the dollar section. You guys know what I'm talking about. So this is the flat iron, and it is the same color as its case. And you have this heat resistant guard so that you can put it away immediately after using. You don't have to wait until it cools down. And so here is the flat iron. So when I purchased this, I loved it. I've been using it forever. The Dyson Corrale wasn't even out yet. So I did purchase that. It was great. But then Nordstrom got, like, I think a few years after, got the iridescent edition that came in this hard case. Let me just show you guys this beauty. And you guys know I love iridescent anything. It's just this pearly white that like goes from, it has like a pink. I don't think the camera's gonna pick it up. But it does have like a hot pink, yellow, purpley, you know, iridescent like color. And I couldn't resist. I had to have it. I had to have it. Of course, I got it on sale, but I had to have it. And you know, I was gonna use it because Lord knows I use my flat irons like it's nobody's business. So with that said, that's why I have 2. And so today we're gonna be comparing the work of these 2 irons and see if this Dyson Corrale is gonna be worth your money. Let's go ahead and get started. So the way I like to section off my hair is I do it in 3 different types of sections. So I will pick it up and leave from like half my ear down. And I will twist this up in a bun. I'll just use one of these like hair clips, and I will hold that in place. And then this entire piece I left down, I will split in half. Use a hair tie. And just hold this side, and I will work one section at a time. So I will take down a smaller section here. Use a smaller little clip to hold my hair in place. Not glamorous whatsoever. And then I start ironing my hair. So first thing we're gonna look at here, we're gonna unlock this, we're gonna turn it on. This has 3 different heat settings, and you have a volume up and down button, as you can see there. So you've got 330, 365, and 410. I use this one at 410 because it's just faster. I can just do my hair a lot faster than if I use 365. I feel like I'm just there longer. Turning on the GHD, you'll see immediately that this is gonna heat up faster than this one. They both ring when they start to, when they've reached the temperature you need to reach. This, you only get the, it's already ready. It's done. It's already heated to where it needs to go. And this one is still heating up. So there is a time difference. So I'm gonna turn this one off. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to insert some B-roll and talk you through each side. So I'm gonna do half of my head with the Dyson and half of my head with the GHD straightener. So this is the platinum one, in case you guys were wondering, the platinum straightener. They know they have like different types. They have the gold, the platinum, and I don't know what else. So the Dyson has flexing plates, which prevents your hair from splaying out, which the GHD flat iron does not. And that does make a huge difference in ironing time, because I don't have to do as many passes. So I do get my hair done in half the time with, there went the box of the Corrale. Thank God it's sturdy. Anyway, so I just pass this through, and my hair never splays. It never like spreads out or comes out of the plates. As you can see, it just stays in there, like in whatever position you grasped it, it's gonna stay. I can, because of that feature, I can actually get iron, I'm sorry, wow, I can't speak. I can actually straighten larger sections of hair at a time. So as you can see, this is a larger section, and it's not splaying, it's like staying. Like these flexing plates that this has is part of the reason they say this flat iron is so expensive. You know, they gotta justify the price, obviously. It's freaking $500, $4.99 to be exact. So because of that, I do get my hair done in less amount of time with the Dyson Corrale. But that's, you know, that's just number one. Number two, it says it has smart technology, which means that it controls the heat throughout the plate about 1,000 times over to make sure that the heat stays consistent So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off so that I don't lose battery. You only get 30 minutes of lifetime with this. And because of that, it does take me longer than 30 minutes to iron my hair. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. So I do have to plug the cord in. I would say 10 minutes before I finish. Yeah, about 10 minutes before I finish. And I finish my hair with the cord plugged in because you can use it with the cord plugged in. You can continue to use it. So there's that. Now let's do the GHD, and let me show you what I'm talking about. So I do have to use smaller sections of hair. The GHD straightener, see how my hair splays out? I'm gonna show you that one more time. So I have strands that you can see fall out of the plates. You saw that, right? It falls out. There isn't that control where it's like holding the hair in place. So I do have to go over it more times and really use this to its maximum capacity in order to really have that control. Versus with a Corrale, when I use my comb, it's strictly just to not burn my fingers and, you know, to detangle my hair. But there's that. I'm just gonna talk you through this, and you guys can like kind of take notes, because the price difference between these flat irons is significant. So the GHD is $279. It's not half the price, it's a little bit more than half the price. It does claim to have smart technology, so they preheated setting that I'll list below for this iron. I think it's 360 is the heating, but I'll put it on the bottom. You don't have the option. So if you want less heat or more heat, you don't have the option with the GHD. So you see how my hair just falls out if I, for 1 second, like remove the hairbrush. So, you know, there's that issue. And I do have to work with smaller sections because of that. So it does take me a little bit longer to do my hair with my GHD. I would say that with my GHD, it takes me about 15 minutes to 10 to 15 minutes longer. See how the hair, you see how that piece of hair fell out? I gotta go back and kind of really leave my comb in there all the way to the end, and then go back and do any pieces that may have fallen out of the plate. Now, I didn't realize how important that feature was until I started using the Dyson Corrale. Because I have always just owned this flat irons like this. I mean, that's first of its kind. So until I started using it, I didn't understand the importance of the fact that it's holding your hair in. Another feature that's very different between these two flat irons is that the GHD flat iron is significantly lighter than the Dyson. And when I mean significantly, it's like zero comparison. This is feather light. The Corrale flat iron, at least, I mean, it's gotta weigh like 2 to 3 pounds. Or more, I don't know, but you can definitely feel the difference. This is heavier. This is like nothing in your hands. So now that I've done both sides, I want to show you another major difference. So let me turn off my iron here so I don't burn my fingers. I'm working with limited space. All right, so this is a Dyson Corrale side, and I'm going to get up a little bit so you guys can see my ends as well. Okay, so the GHD side, which is this side, you can see is clearly straighter and more sleek than this side. This side is straight, but it's got a lot more volume. And that is a major difference between both of these irons. Now, my hair was not cut unevenly. It's just this is obviously straighter than this side. If I were, you know, it's the same length, you guys, because I'm already gonna hear the comments. So that is a major difference between these two irons. Both of them straighten your hair, and you can curl with both of them if you are one of those weirdos like me who prefers to curl their hair with a flat iron rather than a wand. For those of us who have curly hair, and I'm just gonna explain this to you in 3 seconds or less. Those of you who have curly hair understand that when you curl with a wand, you actually have to heat treat your hair twice, because you have to straighten the root, and you got to do that with a flat iron or a blow dryer before it kind of straighten out your hair before you can go in with the curling wand if you want to get the same effect. So those of us with curly hair prefer to curl our hair with a straightener, because you're doing both of those things at the same time, hence using less heat on your hair. I digress. So this is the reason I don't use curling wands. They don't work for me. I've tried them many times. It's just not gonna happen. So moving right along, I'm gonna move on to the next section of hair, and let me show you how I transition. So I'll just keep my hair like this so that it stays separate. And then now I'm just gonna section off the crown. Yes, I have a lot of grays. I'm aware. I don't plan to dye my hair anytime soon. Trying to go for those storm vibes. Let's see if all of my hair evenly gets gray. We'll see. Or maybe I wake up one day and I'm like, you know what? Today's the day. Today's the day that I'm going to color my hair. And so I kind of just section it off at the crown as evenly as humanly possible. And then I'll do the same thing. I will twist it up in a bun, hold it with a hair clip. Now I look like some weird geisha. And I will get the hair that I've just laid down, and I will split it down the middle in the back, tie one section up without mixing it with this hair on the bottom. Yeah, that's a real look. Imagine having FedEx come while I'm doing my hair. Yeah, I always love to see their faces. And so then I just section off a piece, and then I'll just hold it up with the smaller little clip that I have. And then I will start just working on those pieces. Now I can leave this hair here, or I can toss it back, whatever, it doesn't matter. But that's how I section off my hair. So let's get this rolling. I'll be talking through this as I insert the B-roll of certain sections of my hair, but we can't be here for 30 years while I straighten my hair. So let's do the damn thing. All right, so as I'm doing my hair with the Dyson Corrale, you can see that I am using bigger sections, and I am not being as careful because when I use the Dyson, I have less kinks at the root and throughout the hair. And I believe that is due to the fact that it just holds and it grips onto your hair. That's the only thing that I can, think of it. I am using more heat. So with the Dyson, my setting is at 410. With the GHD, I don't have a choice to make this hotter. But to be quite frank, when I use both irons, my hair, when I use my GHD, feels a lot hotter than when I use my Dyson. I don't know why. I'm just giving you my opinion as a user. Just want to fully clarify. None of these items were sent to me. I purchased both of these items, so I don't have an affiliate link. I not paid to give you guys a positive or negative review for any of these products. I spend my own money on this stuff. So I don't understand why when I use my Dyson and the setting is at 410, my hair doesn't feel as hot as when I use my GHD. And it's very noticeable, especially on the scalp. Both flat irons do a very good job at getting to the root of the hair. Especially for us gals who have curly hair. My hair is curly at the root. It's not pin straight, so I do have to take that flat iron to the root. And both do a great job, which was a concern of mine with the Dyson, because the Dyson clearly looks much more bulky than the GHD. But they both fit on the both of them go to the root just as easily. Now, they both have that safety auto shut off. So if you're not using it for, you know, a certain amount of time, it'll automatically shut off. So you've got that. Obviously the Dyson is cordless, so you're not stuck to using it in the bathroom. The GHD, you must be plugged in. Now, when I specifically time it, if I have the base of the Dyson near me where I can dock my flat iron, not turn it off, dock it, so that it can charge while I'm sectioning off my hair. And what I mean by that is if I'm doing the big sections, not the smaller sections, then I wouldn't need to use my Dyson with the cord attached for the last 5 or 10 minutes of doing my hair. So the Dyson, the 30 minutes it like provides is perfect for me, because I can use larger sections of hair and I don't have to be as careful, and it really does cut down on my time. With my GHD, because it doesn't have that gripping effect, my hair, first of all, you can clearly see I have to use smaller sections with my GHD, and I have a lot more trouble getting kinks out because it makes my hair so pin straight and has much less volume that if I have the slightest wave or the slightest kink, and because it's not holding the hair in place, I'm not really getting that even distribution of heat throughout each and every strand, which is why when I'm done passing it a couple times, if I look at my hair, I have to go back and take out certain kinks. Now you decide. I mean, the price difference is significant, so if you don't mind going in a couple of times and taking that out, then there it is. I mean, it doesn't really bother me, to be quite frank, that much, but because the Dyson does cut out a lot of that time for me and I can be less careful, I do prefer the use of the Dyson, right? So as you can see, when I iron my hair with the Dyson, I'm getting a lot more volume naturally than my GHD. My GHD leaves my hair a lot flatter and with a lot less volume. Now, with that said, this is gonna come down to personal preference on how you like for your hair to look. So I'm a person that has oily hair. So usually, I say this usually because it's very rare like that I've met people who have oily hair that have a lot of volume on the crown. I have very oily hair and I have a lot of hair. And therefore, I do not have volume at the root of my hair whatsoever. Unless I like tease my hair, which I really hate doing. it's kind of like nails to a chalkboard for me, so I won't do it. I have tried using like volumizing powders. No, it's like my hair is just like I don't think so. I have used like volumizing even sprays. No. So getting volume on my hair, unless I'm getting it blow dried at a salon, and they would literally have to blow dry my hair upward the whole time. So normally when you get your hair blown out at a hair salon, they're doing this action, right? They're going this way, right? For me, in order to get that volume cute effect at the top, they would have to blow dry my hair upward in order to get that same amount of volume for anybody else. And then it, you know, will last a couple of days and it'll look great. Normally, when I flat iron my hair, with the GHD, because it leaves my hair so much straighter and so sleek, it more than emphasizes less volume in my hair, and you can see it just in as I'm showing it to you. One side is clearly looks like it's shorter than the other, and one side does have a lot more volume than the other. So that just comes down to personal preference. I prefer for my hair to have more volume at the root, okay? It's not necessarily as important for me to have volume towards like the ends of my hair, but at the root, at the crown, yes, that is important to me. So because of that, I like the way that my hair looks when I flat iron it with the Dyson than with my GHD. With my Dyson, when I flat iron it, and you can, you know, disagree with me, that's fine, but for me, I feel like the side where I used my Dyson, my hair looks like I got it blow dried at a salon because I have all that volume in it. And the second thing is that besides the fact that it looks blown out, it's not because it's fresh and I just did it. So you know when you like style your hair at home, like the first hour it looks amazing, you're like, oh wow, this looks great, but then it starts to like settle in, you know what I mean? So in that transition, the side with my GHD, it gets even flatter than what you're seeing here. So it just gets really flat. And it doesn't age well, and I'll tell you in a minute why. So on the side of my Dyson, even if I pull it down, you can clearly see I have more volume on this side at my crown. Here I don't. I know that I have like a small little bump on one side, but that's just because I have a cowlick, and that will soon be gone. So the ends of my hair are a lot flatter with the GHD, and with the Dyson I just look like I got a blow dry. Now in reference to aging, my hair ages like so much better with the Dyson. So because I have oily hair, and my hair is very moldable, which means that if I put a hair clip in my hair will get a dent there. If my hair is sitting on my shoulder at like a weird angle, so like if my hair is like, you know, sitting where half of it is hanging and half of it is back, the side that is hanging backwards will have a completely different shape than the one that doesn't. That's how moldable my hair is. If I go to sleep on my pillow, depending on how my hair lays, those are the kinks that I will wake up with in the morning. So I just want to give you a really detailed description of what I'm working with and what are the struggles that I have when styling my hair. With the Dyson, when I straighten my hair with the Dyson, because it has that natural volume, like if I blow dried it at a salon, I don't seem to get those dents. And when I do get them, it looks natural. It doesn't look out of place because the rest of my hair has so much volume. With the GHD, because it's sleeker and straighter, any small little dent or anything that didn't fall right or doesn't have like a uniform, you'll see right away. And the major thing that happens is at the base of my neck, when I iron my hair with the GHD, I will get a giant dent throughout my entire hair right here. And it will look like that. And I will just have to go in with my GHD and iron it all over again if I want to get that dent out, which I don't do because, you know, less heat is better. I did apply heat protectant spray to my hair, the same one. I used the Chi Barbie edition when they did this collaboration with Barbie. That's the one that I've been using. You can find it at Marshall's now, by the way. And I used it throughout my hair. I do apply my heat protectant spray when my hair is wet, because if I apply it when my hair is dry, it just makes my hair oilier. Again, something different that us oily hair girls have to do. I only apply that to the tail of my hair. I do not apply that to the root of the hair because I don't want anything weighing down the hair. So if you ask me which flat iron I prefer better, because of these three things, my hair ages better, it has more volume overall, even at the crown, and it lasts longer with humidity. So I live in Florida, so we have a lot of humidity and it gets really hot in the summer. So if my hair does curl, whether it's the ends or anywhere, you can see it less than you can on this side because this side is so perfected and so uniform. The slightest like humidity I get, you'll see any little curl I may get on this side of my hair, and it's very obvious. As far as flyaways are concerned, the Dyson claims to give you less flyaways. I don't know why or how, but it is true. When I flat iron my hair with the Dyson, I do have less flyaways than with my GHD. The Dyson makes my flyaways actually like lay down. With the GHD, the camera's not gonna pick it up that well, but my flyaways will actually be straight up. They'll be straight, but they'll stand up instead of lying down, even if I pass it over with the flat iron in a straight or down motion. I don't know why, don't ask me. But yes, because my hair ages better and it gives me more volume, I prefer the Dyson, and that's just my personal opinion. For me, it's worth the higher price point in my opinion. Now, if I was a type of person that prefers a more sleek look and straighter look with less volume to the hair, then GHD is the way to go. I will be doing a video curling my hair with the Dyson and curling my hair with the GHD and showing you how that ages. I will do a follow-up with that so I can tell you, what has been my experience with both products. But truly, this comes down to you. I'm not trying to sell you either product. I'm just trying to tell you what my personal opinion and experience is with both of these, and that preference comes down to you and what you want your hair to look like and how you like to style your hair. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and see you next time. Bye.